Good morning. My name's Lynn Thayer, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about anxiety and, to find out what really does work, because the craze for anxiety has made anxiety treatment a $1 billion industry. And you can type in, into Google anxiety treatments or anxiety relief or cures, and there's so many different things out there that it's really hard to know what, really works for people. So, in the quest for my own relief from anxiety and depression, and people who have struggled with it for many years that I know of, the only treatment that was really offered was some talk therapy and medication. Medication being the main therapy for anxiety. And so, anxiety, is it the body or the mind? So, the way that we think about problems will determine how we approach it and actually how we attempt to treat it. And conceptions of anxiety may lead to either resolution of anxiety or the persistence of some symptoms. So the medical model, many do believe that anxiety is an illness requiring medical treatment. According to these ideas, the symptoms of anxiety are caused by a chemical imbalance, perhaps the brain's hardwiring or genetic inheritance, yet research does not support any of those claims. So is medication a solution to anxiety? The medical model proposes that the solution to anxiety is medication, and it's an extremely profitable one for pharmaceutical companies and big pharma. It's attractive to doctors as it's simple and straightforward to write a prescription, and perhaps highly desirable by sufferers in search for a fast, quick fix. They want that rapid relief now. However, medication is not a solution. It does not resolve the anxiety itself or what's underlying the anxiety. Why are you getting the anxiety in the first place? What thought processes are going on that create that state, which affects your physiology and your behavior? So medication is not without side effects as well. And if you want to resolve the anxiety without medication and side effects, then there could be some solutions for you to try. So anxiety is excessively negative predictions of the future. So you're focusing on what you don't want to have happen in the future, or you're worrying about something. You think something might go wrong, or there's worry there of a future event. So attention directed to a threatening stimuli is what anxiety is as well. So focus is upon danger and the avoidance of danger and unwanted events and circumstances. You want to focus on avoiding them. So sufferers with anxiety have been told, perhaps that maybe it's all in your head. And it actually does begin in the mind with our thoughts, and then it moves through our body using our physiology and creates that anxious state. So the mind produces powerful signals of danger when the body responds to being activated by the autonomic nervous system, that fight or flight response. So the individual is then left overwhelmed by the perception of potential danger and that release of adrenaline and other chemical changes, and feeling maybe helpless to do anything about it. So the NLP approach to anxiety begins by viewing anxiety as actually a unique skill. In the NLP model, problems are seen as learned responses that demonstrate how fast the mind can learn. The implication is that the problem was learned, and probably it was learned very quickly. So Richard Bandler, the co-founder of NLP back in the 1970s, states that it's like everything else because it's a learned behavior. There's a real difference between his view of people, which is and they are exquisite learners. And he says that he's always amazed at how people can learn things so quickly, even learning things that are not worth having learned. Think about all the things that you may have learned that really are unhealthy or not good for you, and you kind of wish you could unlearn them. So just think about all those things that you've learned, and maybe it's really impressive about how quickly you caught on and you learned it. So the strengths of anxiety, the NLP model views problems as skills, and this means that each unique problem takes a unique skill. If you wanted to have a problem with anxiety, what skill would you need? Anxiety takes creativity, imagination, and energy to produce the symptoms of anxiety, one needs to be able to vividly imagine future scenarios and to vividly see them as being real and going on that are detrimental to you. So the NLP approach helps people view anxiety and its symptoms as something that they do with their minds and helps them learn how they produce this result. So as one learns how that they produce these symptoms on their own, the mystery of why is this happening to me ends, and more choices do become available. What else could you be thinking about or doing instead? So perhaps even more importantly, timeline therapy techniques have also been shown to release and resolve anxiety and worry, panic attacks, as well as negative emotions and limiting beliefs from the past. This technique uses both NLP and trance hypnosis state together. And isn't it time that you got the results that you wanted? So if you do want to release anxiety, get rid of that worry, there are some techniques that you can practice and learn to help you to resolve without medications if you choose to go that route. I'd love to hear from you and connect. If you'd like to book a consultation and learn more, I can be reached through my website, lynnethier, THIER.com. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Have a great weekend and a great week. Bye for now.